Hey everybody, it's Kristine and welcome to Blissfully Raw. At Blissfully Raw we celebrate a passion for love and life, raw fruit and vegetables, physical activity, and overall health. Earlier I took you with me on a drive out to the Rocky Mountains to collect spring water, and while we were at the freshwater spring we collected some spruce needles. I told you that we would take the spruce needles back to my kitchen and we would make a green juice together. That's what we're going to do right now. These are the spruce needles that we collected in the Rocky Mountains, and these are the rest of the ingredients for the green juice. So let's touch on some of the properties of spruce needles, and I'll share a little bit with you why I love spruce needles so much. So it's winter in Canada and in the Rocky Mountains. Consequently, there isn't a lot of wild foraging, because everything's dormant in the winter. Not much is growing, obviously. It's all covered in snow and it's hibernating for the winter. But we do have pine needles, spruce needles, that kind of thing that we can still collect. And I did show you juniper also while we were at the spring. So spruce needles, they're very high in MSM, and the essential oils have a multitude of great benefits for our bodies. MSM is something that, well, it's an organic sulfur, and organic sulfur is very important to our bodies. The only way that we can get organic sulfur from our food is if we eat vegetation that gets watered by rain. It's very important that it is watered by rain. So if you're eating hothouse vegetation, you're likely not getting organic sulfur and MSM. So MSM is very important for our skin, nails, and hair. It's in every cell in our body. It's important for our immune system. It helps us recover quickly from exercise. It's an anti-inflammatory, and it's anti-aging. It's what keeps our skin looking beautiful with nice elasticity and good collagen. So MSM, organic sulfur. The essential oils in spruce needles are good for our respiratory system to rid our body of mucus. It's antifungal, antibacterial, antiparasitic, anti-inflammatory. It's detoxifying, cleanses our blood. So the essential oils in spruce needles are heat sensitive, and MSM is heat sensitive also, and that's another reason why I like to consume my fresh fruit and vegetables raw without heat processing them, so that I can get as much of their nutritional and medicinal benefits possible. Now let's start making our juice. We have 1 bunch of cilantro, 1 bunch of parsley, 2 bunches of dandelion, my favorite. Not always easy to find fresh dandelion. 2 organic lemons. We're going to use 2 cloves of garlic, big bunch of fresh ginger, and half of a jalapeno. We have 1 bunch of celery, and we have a whole English cucumber. So the English cucumber and the celery are the base, and all these other ingredients are what we put on top of our base. I'm going to keep most of the lemon rind so I can use the essential oils. And when it comes to the spicy ingredients like jalapeno, that is up to the individual, how hot you want it, but it is great for killing parasites and bacteria and warming up the body. So before I start juicing, I just remembered a couple other things that I wanted to share with you. So I have tried to put the whole little mini branches directly into my juicer, and it clogs up the juicer really, really quick, and basically the juicer just stops working. So what I like to do is take the spruce needles right off of the little branch, and so all I have is the needles, and not the branch, because it's the woodiness of the branch that gets caught up in the juicer, and we don't need that. But another thing, look, there's a little bit of dirt. So I don't wash my spruce needles. They're from the forest. It's clean as far as I'm concerned. Coming from the Rocky Mountains, it's as clean as it's going to get. I don't need to wash it. I have heard that washing it can wash some of the MSM away. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but I'm happy not to wash it with tap water anyways. And is that all I wanted to share with you before we start? Yeah, I think so. So we're going to start juicing. It'll be quite a process, and the juicer is really noisy, and you're not going to be happy listening to that the whole time. So I'll turn the juicer off after I get started, or turn the video off and keep juicing, and then I'll show you what the end product looks like and tell you what it tastes like. So here is our cilantro. Cilantro is very good for helping remove heavy metals from our system. And personally, I had a lot of amalgam fillings throughout my life. So I do, and I have been tested recently. And what the test showed was that I have aluminum, mercury, and lead in my body. So I do need to keep working on removing heavy metals from my body. And cilantro is one way to work on that. Actually, MSM is another way to help remove heavy metals from your body. So another reason why MSM is so important. Now, dandelions is a very important part of this juice. So, you know, if you're thinking you're going to substitute dandelions for maybe just extra parsley, well, I suppose you can, but dandelions is it's very, very good for you, and you should teach yourself how to like it. It is possible. Originally, I didn't care for the taste, but I made a commitment to myself that dandelions are so healthy. And if you look up the properties and the health benefits of dandelions, you will also be convinced how wonderful dandelions are. And so I told myself within a 2-week period I was going to learn to love dandelions. And I actually did. And it's important to combine it with lemon. They go together perfectly. Oh, and that's another thing. So MSM and vitamin C are important to be together. There is also vitamin C in conifer needles. So spruce needles, fir, pine, cedar, they also have vitamin C. So if you're doing lots of backcountry camping and you don't have vitamin C with you, you can get your vitamin C from conifer needles. Now, because essential oils are sensitive to heat, that is another reason why I don't like to make tea with these. You know, there's a lot of wonderful tea recipes for conifer needles, but, you know, since I have this awesome Omega Auger juicer, I can just have them raw, and then I don't worry about destroying any of the properties by, you know, by making tea. But I have made tea. I actually like the flavor better through the juicer that it offers. But if I do make conifer needle tea, I'll make a big batch and I'll refrigerate it, and then I'll just add a little bit to my smoothies, or maybe the juicing that I do, you know, add a little bit. So that's, well, I like to do that with all these things, you know, with ginger. I'll make up a whole batch of fresh ginger juice that I make in the auger juicer, and I'll put it in a jar, keep it in the fridge, and I'll add it to my spring water for drinking, put a little bit of lemon with it. Obviously that's very detoxifying and boosts the immune system. It's a great drink for the winter because it keeps us warm. So drink your green juice, make it fresh. It tastes best when it's fresh out of the juicer. And get healthy, be healthy, stay healthy. Thanks for watching. I'm Kristine with Blissfully Raw.